Yo, what up, it's Don.
Sammy Lee here.
Soul Brothers back up in it.
Yes.
Versus video.
Yes.
Why not 0.2 versus
The Harden Volume 3, $125
Yeah.
versus $140. And they're both really good performers. So let's get it started with the versus video. If you guys want to cop either of these, we'll try to leave links below. But let's start off with the Tracciones. In the Harden Volume 3, you have a traditional herringbone pattern, and the traction is insanely good. The stopping power on a clean court is just, it stops on a dime. It sticks like glue. On a dusty court, it does pick up a little bit of dust, but if you do a light wipe, you're good to go. Just wipe off that dust, and you have a few good stops again, and you know, it picks up dust. Outdoor use is not recommended. It is pretty damn soft. So, but there really is no fraying on my Hardens. I play in these a lot, so that's a good sign. But the rubber is soft. The 0.2, you have half circles. It's a really weird pattern with the half circles, but on the clean court, really good bite, and both of them are pretty squeaky if you guys care about that. On a dusty court, it also does pick up dust, and it is a slight wipe, but it's still like pretty damn easy to wipe off. And not a huge deal in either of the shoes, so I tied up there as well. And on an outdoor court, the durability is pretty bad. I don't know, man. I think the 0.2 is a little bit worse because it does fray off.
It's like really soft.
Yeah, really
But the grooves
soft.
are pretty deep.
Yeah, but like the Hardens don't really fray, and then those have been fraying, and I've been playing the Hardens a little bit longer. So I'd say the Hardens are a little bit more durable. What is more, you know, I don't know, man. I tie it up. They're both really nice. You know,
Yeah.
dust, clean court, and durability wise as well. Maybe edge out the Hardens just because of the durability, but performance, they're both really good. So tied up there. Moving on to the Kushan.
What do we got going on in the why nots?
So we have a Phylon. I guess it's basically full length besides the decoupling in the middle.
Right.
But it's actually really soft in the heel. There's a good amount of heel compression, and impact protection in the heel when you heel strike is actually pretty good as well. You have a pretty large volume zoom unit in the forefoot. That's what it feels like. Pretty damn bouncy. Feels super nice. Heel to toe transition also is really smooth. But yeah, it's one of the better cushion setups that I've played in this year, and or I guess lately. The Harden also is one of my favorite cushion setups as well, with full length boost. It's super thin, but it's boost, so impact protection is really good, but also it gives you really good court feel, which a lot of shoes really don't do. You know, if you want really good impact protection, you know, the cushion usually is a little bit thicker. But balance in the heel and impact protection and stuff like that, I give it a tie. Maybe the why nots are a little bit better for impact protection, but I like a trade-off, and I like to have a little bit more court feel. So Hardens for me are the more like perfect or better overall cushion setup.
Would you say court feel is actually not even that good in this shoe?
Yeah, it's like, it's pretty good. It's okay, but definitely not as good as the Hardens. So just because of that, I edged the Harden Volume 3 out a little bit. Even though I do like the 0.2, because like everything else is pretty much the same. Like, it's bouncy in the heel for the Hardens, it's bouncy in the forefoot in the 0.2 from the zoom unit. But impact protection and all that is pretty much the same. So because of that, court feel is pretty important to me. I give the win to the Hardens.
Alright, moving on to the upper / materials.
Yes. We have prime knit in this colorway. There are different materials on different colorways, but this colorway has a prime knit material, which is super nice. It's pretty thick. Feels very nice in hand and on foot. Also really supportive. The 0.2, same thing. It's not really a knit, but it's more of like a mesh material underlaying, and it has like an underlaying material. What's thicker? I'd say it's around the same. Yeah, it's around the same thickness. So they're slightly thick, I guess, comparing it to like a Curry 6 or something like that with a really thin knit material. These are a little bit thicker. But to be honest, on foot, they're both super comfortable, very nice, and conforms to your foot really well, very supportive. So I give it a tie there.
Fit?
Fit, go true to your Adidas size in the Hardens, and fits my foot like a glove. go true to size with the Why Not 0.2. It does run a little bit long, just a slight bit, but I'm okay with that. And width-wise, I'd say slightly narrow, but definitely not as narrow as 0.1. But for me, fit, I give the win to the Harden Volume 3 just by a little bit.
Support and lockdown.
Support and lockdown is a tie. I give it a tie. Lateral commitment, they're both really good. The high cut in the 0.2 doesn't really restrict your ankle movement, so it's not really that good for, if you want ankle protection or whatever. So I tied up there, and yeah, so support and lockdown, I give it a tie.
All right, let's touch on weight real quick.
Yeah, the 0.2 is definitely heavier.
Yeah, but the Hardens aren't super light.
Yeah, so 13.8 for the Hardens and 15.9 ounces. Both super duper heavy. The Hardens are actually pretty minimal. It just has a lot of premium touchings. That's why it's a little bit on the heavier side. Same thing with the 0.2. It's not super bulky feeling either. But if you want the more minimal shoot, then obviously go with the Harden Volume 3. What's more responsive to playing? I give it a tie. But yeah, Harden obviously wins for the weight.
Just overall stepping comfort and walking around.
I like the boost, but the 0.2 is actually really comfortable as well. The Phylon's soft, and I really like the zoom in and forefoot. But you can't really beat boost for casual wear,
Yeah, and then is there any difference in breaking time?
Nope. Good right out the box.
All right. Aesthetics,
0.2 I think, right?
Yeah.
I like the 0.2.
Yeah. These are dope. I mean, I feel like some people, maybe a bit much for some people, but
Yeah.
with a more mellower colorway, I think a lot more people would like them.
Yes.
Durability?
Durability, I'd say Harden Volume 3 is a little bit better, just because of the outsole.
Ventilation,
I give it a tie. They're both on the warmer side of things. Knit is a little thick on both of them, so I give it a tie there. Wrapping things up, $140 versus $125, $15. That's a good chunk of money, I'd say, but not a huge difference. What is the overall better performer? I'd say I like to play in the Hardens. I love the Hardens. It plays pretty similarly to the 0.2, but it's a little bit more minimal and court feel is a little bit better, and I like the overall cushion setup a little bit better in the Harden Volume 3. I mean, the 0.2 is also, don't get me wrong, it's a really good performer, but the Harden Volume 3 for me just feels a little bit better in what I would like in a basketball shoe, because of the things that I just mentioned. So, but if you want to save $15 and you still want a good performer, then the 0.2 definitely is not a bad option. But overall, the better performer for me is the Harden Volume 3. That's the versus video. If you guys want to cop either of these, we'll leave links below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Later.
Peace.